California, the Golden State. For decades, the ultimate destination for the American dream. But beneath this polished facade lies a stark reality, a crisis transforming our cities. We're talking about homelessness, and it has reached epidemic proportions in places you might never expect. As of early 2024, California is home to over 397,000 individuals experiencing homelessness. That's a staggering figure, representing approximately 30% of the entire homeless population in the United States. Think about that. Nearly 1 in 3 people experiencing homelessness in America are right here in the wealthiest state in the Union, and the numbers have been stubbornly rising. While the national homeless population saw an 18% increase from 2023 to 2024, California's own growth rate was around 23.1%. The irony is brutal. A state that generates trillions in economic output, that boasts some of the world's most luxurious homes and cutting-edge industries, simultaneously struggles with immense human suffering on its streets. How can a paradise grapple with such profound despair? This isn't just about a few isolated cases. It's a pervasive issue affecting communities from bustling metropolises to seemingly quiet suburban towns. While cities like Los Angeles and San Francisco often dominate the headlines, the truth is, the crisis is far more widespread, impacting cities that might genuinely surprise you. We're about to explore where this crisis is at its worst and uncover the complex layers beneath California's tarnished gold. This is San Jose, the heart of Silicon Valley and Santa Clara County, a region synonymous with unparalleled wealth, groundbreaking innovation, and a median household income that ranks among the highest in the world. Yet, remarkably, it also grapples with one of the most severe homelessness crises in the United States. This is a profound paradox of Silicon Valley, a gleaming testament to human ingenuity, casting a long, dark shadow of widespread destitution. In 2024, Santa Clara County had approximately 40,394 people experiencing homelessness. San Jose, its largest city, accounted for around 26,340 of those individuals. What's particularly startling is that Santa Clara County has one of the highest proportions of unsheltered homeless people in the nation, with roughly 71% living outdoors without access to temporary shelter or housing. The primary driver of this crisis isn't a lack of jobs. It's the crushing cost of living. The average rent for a 2-bedroom apartment in Santa Clara County in 2024 hovered around $3,260 to $3,900 per month. To afford this without spending more than 32% of income on rent, a household needs an annual income exceeding $130,000. Shockingly, about 32.1% of households in the county earn less than $100,000 annually, putting stable housing out of reach for a significant portion of the working population. Many are just one missed paycheck, one medical emergency, or one rent hike away from losing everything. We often imagine the homeless as jobless, but here in Silicon Valley, the reality is far different. We encounter individuals like Maria, a retail worker who, despite working full-time, lives with her 2 children in a van parked legally overnight. "I make a decent wage," she explains, "but after food, gas, and trying to save, there's just nothing left for rent. We can't find anything that's less than $2,500 for a single bedroom, and even that is rare." She's part of the often overlooked working homeless, essential workers who keep the Silicon Valley economy running, but are priced out of its housing market. This economic inequality isn't accidental. It's a systemic issue fueled by decades of underbuilding affordable housing, restrictive zoning laws, and a focus on high-wage tech jobs that haven't been matched by corresponding housing supply for all income levels. Silicon Valley's wealth, tragically, has become a key contributor to its profound housing and homelessness crisis. When we talk about where homelessness is worse in California, Los Angeles inevitably tops the list. With an estimated 175,312 people experiencing homelessness across Los Angeles County in 2025, it holds the unenviable position of having the largest unhoused population in the entire nation. These aren't just statistics. They are human lives lived in plain sight. From the dense urban encampments of Skid Row, where approximately 13,800 people were estimated to be experiencing homelessness in 2024, with about 70% unsheltered, to the vehicle encampments lining the streets of Venice Beach and the visible struggle in downtown areas, homelessness takes many forms here. We met Sarah, a mother of two living in her car after losing her job during the pandemic. "Every day is a fight," she told us, "just to find a safe place to park, a bathroom for my kids." Her story, like so many others, highlights the brutal challenges Los Angeles faces. The sheer lack of affordable housing is a primary driver. The county faces a shortfall of nearly 500,000 affordable homes. Compounding this are critical gaps in mental health services, where approximately 22% of unhoused individuals report experiencing serious mental illness, and substance abuse support reported by 24% of unhoused individuals. These are complex issues, requiring far more than just shelter, demanding a compassionate and comprehensive approach that Los Angeles is desperately trying to scale. San Francisco, the city by the bay, known for its rolling hills, cable cars, and a vibrant, progressive spirit. Yet, for decades, it has also been synonymous with a deeply entrenched homelessness crisis. In 2024, San Francisco reported a total homeless population of 18,323 individuals. While the city has made some strides in increasing shelter capacity, shelter homelessness increased by 39% since 2019. It still faces a high proportion of unsheltered individuals. Approximately 52% of San Francisco's homeless population remains unsheltered, living on streets, in vehicles, or in makeshift encampments. This means that for every person housed in a shelter, another is facing the elements, making San Francisco streets a stark visual representation of this humanitarian crisis. The per capita impact of homelessness in San Francisco is particularly acute. Given its relatively small land area and dense population, the presence of homelessness feels magnified. For instance, in 2022, San Francisco had 14.3 homeless individuals per 1,000 residents, significantly higher than cities like Miami, 4.3 per 1,000, or Houston, 2.8 per 1,000, despite having similar mild climates. San Francisco's struggle is compounded by unique challenges. The city's limited geographic space makes it incredibly difficult to build new affordable housing or expand shelter capacity rapidly. Compounding this, San Francisco has been at the epicenter of the fentanyl and broader drug crisis. In 2023, the city saw a record 1,806 accidental overdose deaths, with many occurring outdoors or in public spaces. Approximately 51% of unhoused individuals surveyed in the 2024 point-in-time count reported behavioral health challenges, including mental health issues or drug addiction. This intricate web of addiction, mental illness, and lack of stable housing creates a complex, often visible, and difficult-to-solve problem. Take Sacramento, California's state capital. In 2022, Sacramento County reported 12,278 people experiencing homelessness, a staggering 67% increase from 2019. While 2024 data suggests a decrease for Sacramento County, the numbers remain critically high, with roughly 72% of its homeless population being unsheltered in 2022. Similarly, Oakland, part of Alameda County, saw its homeless population reach 16,754 in 2022, with a significant 73% unsheltered rate. And down south, San Diego County, despite a slight decrease in its overall homeless population in 2024, still contends with 18,652 individuals experiencing homelessness, a 3.3% increase from 2023. This regional data highlights that the crisis is deeply ingrained, not just concentrated in a couple of infamous areas. The contributing factors in these emerging hotspots often vary, painting a more nuanced picture. In places like Stockton or Bakersfield, the crisis might be driven more by persistent joblessness in declining industries and a general lack of economic opportunity, alongside soaring rents that outpace stagnant wages. In the Central Valley, for example, many families struggle with seasonal agricultural work, making stable housing an elusive dream. Meanwhile, coastal communities like Santa Cruz, though smaller, face astronomical housing costs that mimic Silicon Valley. forcing many into vehicle encampments or makeshift shelters in natural areas. Santa Cruz County, for instance, had an estimated 2,299 homeless individuals in 2022, with 75% unsheltered, a shocking proportion for its size. This reveals a critical ripple effect. As housing costs in major metropolitan areas become completely untenable, people are displaced, often moving to neighboring or smaller, more affordable communities. The unseen causes. We've seen the devastating scale of homelessness across California, from its glittering tech hubs to its agricultural heartlands. But to truly understand why California, we must dig deeper than just the visible encampments. While housing costs are undeniably the primary driver, they are just one symptom of a deeper, more complex set of systemic failures. California faces a severe and long-standing affordable housing crisis. As of 2020, for every 100 renter households categorized as extremely low income, those earning 30% or less of the area median income, there were only 24 housing units that were affordable and available. The statewide deficit of nearly 1 million deeply affordable homes forces countless individuals and families to spend upwards of 50%, 60%, or even 70% of their income on rent, leaving them one unexpected bill away from eviction and homelessness. In some regions, even a six-figure salary now qualifies for low-income housing programs, illustrating the extreme disparity. But the housing crisis does exist in a vacuum. It's exacerbated by critical gaps in our social safety net. Consider mental health and addiction services. In 2023, a statewide study found that 82% of people experiencing homelessness in California reported a lifetime history of a serious mental health condition, and 65% reported a lifetime history of regular illicit drug use or heavy drinking. Many resort to self-medication due to a profound lack of accessible, affordable, and integrated treatment options. When people are released from institutions like hospitals or prisons without adequate support, they often have nowhere to go. In fact, people who have been incarcerated are up to 13 times more likely to experience homelessness. This economic inequality fuels the crisis. While California boasts a robust economy, it also has one of the highest income disparities in the nation. The erosion of living wages for many crucial professions means that even full-time employment can't guarantee stable housing. Furthermore, there's significant lack of supportive housing. Long-term housing coupled with essential services like mental health counseling, addiction treatment, and job training. While proven effective, with studies showing over 75% of residents remaining housed after 2 years, the supply simply hasn't met the overwhelming demand. Hope on the horizon? The scale of California's homelessness crisis is daunting, rooted in complex issues. But across the Golden State, there are dedicated individuals, innovative programs, and vital policies offering a glimpse of hope on the horizon. The question isn't if solutions exist, but how quickly and widely we can implement what works. One of the most effective strategies gaining traction is the housing-first model. This evidence-based approach prioritizes getting people into stable housing immediately, without prerequisites like sobriety or mandatory treatment. Once housed, individuals are then provided with comprehensive supportive services. Studies have shown remarkable success rates. Programs adhering to housing-first principles have achieved housing retention rates as high as 88% after 5 years. This contrasts sharply with traditional models that often require individuals to earn housing, which frequently leads to cycles of instability. California has invested significantly in programs embodying this philosophy. Project Homekey, launched during the pandemic, rapidly converted motels, hotels, and other underutilized buildings into interim and permanent housing. As of early 2024, Homekey has funded 250 projects, creating over 15,300 homes that are projected to serve more than 167,000 Californians over their lifetimes. This initiative demonstrated the power of rapid acquisition and conversion to address urgent housing needs. Similarly, rapid rehousing programs, which provide short to medium-term rental assistance and services, have shown promising results, with 75% to 91% of households remaining housed a year after participation. Beyond state-led efforts, countless community-led initiatives are making a tangible difference. Nonprofits, faith-based organizations, and volunteer groups are providing crucial services from mobile health clinics and legal aid to job training and street outreach. These local efforts often fill critical gaps, building trust and connecting individuals to vital resources. For long-term systemic change, policy recommendations are clear. California must dramatically increase its affordable housing supply. This requires not only substantial, sustained funding, including federal and state investments, but also streamlined zoning laws that eliminate bureaucratic hurdles and allow for denser, more diverse housing types. Experts suggest that reforming exclusionary zoning could unlock thousands of new housing units. The state's commitment to the new 2025 to 2027 statewide action plan to prevent and end homelessness aims to set clear goals and enhance accountability for local governments receiving funds, emphasizing measurable outcomes. Ending homelessness in California isn't just a political or economic challenge. It's a moral imperative. It demands empathy, innovation, and sustained collective action. You could be part of the solution. Learn more about local housing initiatives in your community, advocate for affordable housing policies, or volunteer your time and resources to organizations on the front lines. Every action, no matter how small, contributes to building a California where every person has a safe and stable place to call home.